Hey, Carol. I know y'all. It's you and me. It's you and me, Carl. I'm on the. A lot of people don't know about this channel. And Zach's live on the other channel, or on his channel on the Revolting Man. It's electrolytes. It's condensed electrolytes. Or something. Mrs. bought this really cool thing. I mean, I thought of buying this really cool. No. Mrs. S researched and purchased this little deal that sits on the counter, and it makes enough ice for a glass of ice water every 6 minutes if you need it. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I went over there to see if he had a topic or whatever, but he just seemed to be I don't have a problem with drinking. I don't promote it either. I think it should be done discreetly and with reserve and dignity, honestly. Yeah, it really is. I forget what it's called, but it's only like $99. And then you just put water in it. And at first I was like, man, it's going to take forever to make ice. And then it doesn't. I mean, get in from work or whatever, push the power button, and go take your shower and put on your slippers and comb your hair, all that stuff, and come out and you got ice. It's about to go. In 34 minutes or whatever to fill that tray up. $36 minutes. Whatever it goes down to. Well, we've been looking at refrigerators with ice makers and stuff. The ice maker is just a unit that you have to put in you don't want one that's in the door. A dispenser in the door is fine, but you don't want an ice maker in the door. To just a pain in the ass. That's it, making ice right there. It just dumped a thing of ice. Hey, Aaron. Says we got 5 folks up in here. Not very many of them talking. Right? Is this Isaac getting married? Is it something that's been planned for a little while, or? You're in Oregon, right, Aaron? Or Idaho, or? Or Washington State, Oregon or Washington State. I get the two really confused. Oh, Rob poured him a big old slab. I'm not trying to give any spoilers. I'm sure you did a video about it. Or it should be up sooner or later. There's my daughter just blabbing all of her personal information while she walks through the room. How's the weather in Amarillo, Carl? Hey, Clifford.
Well, we can talk more when you go on lunch. If I'm on the phone with Jordan, I'll just go on the phone back. Alright, I'll talk to you then. Bye. Did you put this on there or something?
Nope.
Got it.
Those gaskets are, you got to be careful about over tightening them because they're.
No, I don't think that. I mean, maybe I put it on there, but.
Well, your mom probably did it.
Can I move the fridge back over?
Yeah, because I can't get the. I mean, we've got to move the little fridge somewhere.
Let's put it right down for now.
Well, I was working on that and then got sidetracked with other stuff.
Okay.
But I figure we can put the drinks in it and the regular stuff in the other one.
Okay.
Aaron said hello.
Hello.
Well, that's something there, Carol. The baby, I think she just put the baby down for sleepy time. He was being all grouchy anyway. Y'all hold on. Just unplug it and I'll put it over there.
Well, I mean, some of that stuff up there. So the first thing when we move these boxes. Right here, actually.
This one ain't got wheels. The big one's got wheels.
I can help you move it.
For you people in the chat, welcome to the S's house.
Hi, Carol. I changed my hair, you guys. Yeah, it's hot as heck here. It's about the same. Thank you, Daddy.
You're welcome. That stuff that's in that cooler is going to be thawed out. So, I'm glad I didn't bring anything from the freezer. Carol said hi. My project for today was to get the big refrigerator over here, which it looked little in that other place because that other place was made for the big refrigerator. But I guess that one, that's what size that one's supposed to be.
Sit somewhere for a minute.
Oh, yeah, I don't ever do that though.
I did pretty good at it. That one, bleh. But yeah, that one sticks out for sure.
And of course, the freaking doors are on it backwards now. For this, well, maybe not. Because honestly, the bar will be where the prep work's done.
Really what?
Or it should be where the prep work is done. You know, that's a good place for chopping vegetables.
Choppy chop chop.
Carol is thinking about cutting her hair off.
Don't do it. It's not worth it. Just add some layers to it.
You hear all that?
You'll miss it once it's gone.
She said you'll cry if you get a chicken butt and you'll hate yourself from now on. You're like, now I look like an old lesbian. Oh, wait, no. She didn't say that. I'll never understand the chicken butt haircuts. Never. Oh, she can sit on her hair.
Oh, well, I mean, get a trim then.
She said, get it trimmed then.
And then add some long layers, you know, give it a little bit of flow and make it feel a little more light and airy. But
Get it braided into dreadlocks.
yeah, I mean, or you could do that too, I guess.
Yeah, get it braided and put little skulls and dead fish and
Or just don't listen to Dad.
mouse skulls and shit in it.
Don't listen to my dad.
I got a chicken skull. I can get you a chicken skull. You like put the little chicken skull in a braid right over your eye. So when you're talking to people and stuff, there's a little dead bird head right there. Live a little, Carol. I know. You're gonna there you go. There's something else you're gonna regret. And I could have had a dead bird in my hair.
Yes, I'm sure that she would regret that.
You think she's gonna regret not doing it? You're right. Yeah, I figured Kirsten was gonna cut her hair the other day, but she didn't. She just dyed it.
I cut it like 2 weeks ago.
You trimmed a little bit off.
Yeah, I mean, I trimmed it and then added some layers to get rid of more of the dead stuff. But yeah. Go check on my child and see if I can go. Probably have to put that load in the dryer. Because I'm not going to go retrieve it in the
That whatever you put out there on the lawn's already dry.
Well, yeah, that, but I have laundry in the washer right now. So that's what I'm saying is if I don't want to, if I put other stuff out there, it's going to be dark by the time it's done. But yeah, that's my like bedding.
Well, yeah, but that porch stock reaches to the clothes door.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying.
Oh, that's fine.
You're not going to regret it. You won't know. You don't. You won't know. Well, you won't know if you regret doing it if you don't do it. So there's that. Just so you know. That's entirely too good. The way it makes ice, it's soft. Oh, we already lost one. Let me see what we got. Going to check out over here and see what's going on. Hey, Chipper. Be right back. Okay, he's got the um he's got Mrs. the revolting woman with him. Hold on, I'm gonna kill the camera and we're gonna go outside. And then I'll turn the camera back on. The missus is sitting outside. Ooh, that's a scary dude. Excuse me. Oh, no, she's coming inside.
Not a coffee.
I'm going to. I'll see you in a minute. She ran out of coffee and was going inside. And y'all tell me if the wind's too much and I'll go back inside myself. Did a little bit more cleaning in the old barn. Found some more treasures out there. Oh, that's lovely, Aaron. Oh, look, there's my truck. As long as you can't see my license plate, which you could. I don't know if you could have made it out. You're officially off work tomorrow, Carol. I'll give you the day off as your new fairy god boss. Well, there's some horrible lighting in it. I'm tired. Oh, there's a nice breeze. I don't know if I explained this or not, but I'm trying to get the grass to grow in our water. As soon as the shade hits the grass, I will start watering it. And I'm not cutting it. I'm going to explain. The grass that's growing here is a pasture. It's what they use for CRP. It's a native grass. And the taller it is, the further the roots are in the ground. the further the roots are in the ground, the more rainwater it catches when it rains. I'm actually trying to get all of this green, and I want that grass growing in between the Bermuda, but when it's tall like this, it shades the ground and it keeps the sun from cooking the dirt. It actually, leaving it like that, the ground holds more moisture. I may take a weed whacker to it and cut it down to where it's about 6 inches or something, but I'm not going to mow it. What are you repairing? Oh, y'all have underpinning. Up there where you're at, which underpinning is actually a really good idea. We just don't have it here. What we do on trailer houses, but it is very rare to find uh, insulated floors, which is the way this house is made. It's tier and beam, and it's got vents in it. What I'll do is this winter I'll cover the vents to where the cold air can't blow under there. As it is right now, it's actually cool under the house because of those vents. There's actually airflow. Close them off in the wintertime. It's cheaper than getting the plumbers to do it. And that's you have to come out to my part of the world, guns. If you mean me, then that's I am an hour and 20 minutes from Dallas, an hour and 20 minutes from Abilene, uh, hour hour and 30 from Odessa, hour and 30 from San Angelo. No, I take that back. I'm an hour and 20 from San Angelo. I moved. That's about 3.5. What do you got to go to Dallas for? Hey, Walter. Hey, is the Revolting Woman still on with Zach or no? Dallas, Oregon, yeah. We'll see at week long cowboy camp. There's a lot could happen right there. Uh, is it like a dude ranch or something? Is he in Scouts? Just out of curiosity. Okay, yeah, we have a. There's actually one of the largest. Well, it was one of the largest cowboy churches in the state. Was well in the area. Was there in Snyder? They have their own rodeo arena and everything. But then I don't know what happened. They don't have very many people now. Yeah, I know a lot of people got a bad taste in their mouth over Scouts, and uh, it's just because they listened to what the news was saying. They didn't actually look into what was going on. The Scouts were footing the bill for all these people that were, you know, troop X, Y, and Z would say no to certain people, and then the certain people would sue X, Y, and Z, and they would take the Scouts. And X, Y, and Z wouldn't cough up any money, even though X, Y, and Z was actually attached to a mega church. But they wouldn't help with any of the legal bills and stuff like that. So the Scouts just reworded their thing to where each individual troop is responsible for making the rules about who can and can't be in there. The Boy Scouts just said, we're not doing that. We're not doing that liability anymore. And then the Mormons left them. So, uh, so all you people that have a problem with the Scouts because of what they did, just uh, because what it did is it actually prevented the Mormon Church from doing a hostile takeover of financial takeover of the Boy Scouts. You know, so there's a whole lot. There was a lot more to that than y'all have got to see this.
Wait, hold on, I'm coming over there.
Oh, that's my daughter. She's going to get her laundry. There's the new dryer. Well, the thing about it is a lot of people don't realize it. But when you join Scouts, all of the Scout camps and stuff that are around, uh, you only have to pay to go there when they're having something. But if you want to go utilize the area, all you gotta do is call them. So if you have a Scout troop, you can go to the Davies Mountains to it's 9,000 acres and do all the hiking and whatever you want to do. Do all kinds of Boy Scout stuff there. Your troops got to come up with money for the gas, and if y'all use the facilities or whatever, like if if you need a building or something like that, you have to pay for it. But if you're just going to go hiking and whatever, it doesn't cost you nothing. Yeah, that's one. That was one of the first orders of business was to get those clothesline poles set. Wish Dior's would come in here. Bull riding is not cowboying. I'm sorry, that's rodeoing. Rodeo cowboys are not cowboys. Um, I know some cowboys, and they don't do the rodeo. Roping and stuff like that, which goes on at the rodeo, yeah. But yeah, bull riding's not cowboying. That will work 9 months out of the year. You- All that. We're talking about the clothesline. That that will actually work most of the winter. Yeah. Two completely different things. I would love to go back in time and never have stopped messing with horses. That's one thing I fell in love with over there at the Boy Scout Ranch was getting to spend time with the horses. I didn't realize that I'd forgotten everything I ever knew, which was good. You know, I couldn't do it wrong if I didn't know how to do it at all. At least I was smart enough to just fess up and have a clue what's going on. TK, no. The quail. TK, no. TK, not those chickens.
It's a baby bunny. It's big, a baby bunny. She get it.
Baby bunnies are okay. I just saw something little and fuzzy. I thought it was a quail.
Oh.
I've got a million freaking pack rats out there, and she wants to try to kill the only baby bunny I've seen. TK, leave it alone. If you want to catch something, go over there and get that pack rat. She had just had two babies turn loose. Seriously, I will water hose you. We like rabbits. That rabbit would not stand a chance against that cat, though. Now she's just looking at it like, this sucks. Oh, yeah, it rains up there, huh? Chipper just raises beef horses. I mean, he could get bacon off of those things. We could actually get a horse here.
Yeah.
Or two.
But that would make it where you definitely couldn't leave and do anything. Horses are worse than dogs.
Well, the thing is, I'd have to get rid of the dog because she's not going to tolerate a horse.
Oh. She would after it kicked her in the face enough.
Well, then I'd have a dead dog and a crippled horse. The Sammy, I guess, was the last horse I rode over there. He was a good horse. He was stocky. They usually, every time I'd go over there, they'd put me on a freaking 20-mile high animal. The animal, just because the animal's tall doesn't mean he's strong. You can get a stout horse that's not 16 hands tall. anybody feels like babysitting some horses, the drought is starving the horses to death over there at BTSR. They're looking for people to babysit them. They're not paying for anything. Now, if you want to buy some hay and bring them, they'll let you do that too. I've thought about that. If my truck would freaking start, I'd buy a couple of bales and I'd just drive them over there. Well, I'd buy some squares. The thing about it is they don't got any water either. Well, there's plenty of hay over here. It's just from here to there, it's $250 worth of diesel to haul a load. So you're looking at $250 for the diesel, and then you're looking at $900 for hay. So, because they'll only sell you 10 bales, 10 round bales right now. That's the most you can buy anywhere. It's 10 round bales. I mean, you can buy 10 and then you can go back and buy 10 more, but 10 round bales is all I could safely haul with my truck anyway. I wouldn't try to haul that. I would do 5. But, yeah, I bought gasoline for TK. I'm serious. If you kill that bunny rabbit, it's on. Yep. No. She had slow stepped to within 5 feet. That rabbit was about to be dead. But yeah, anyway, I bought gasoline for $3.98 a gallon or something. And then that gas station burned down. That would be the only thing here is, if I got the pins for it, I would take y'all over there, but the internet wouldn't reach. Oh, the Ballard or Buster Scruggs is pretty good. My favorite part is the Prospector dude. I thought the Tin Pan Man was dumber than shit. I don't know. Let me see if y'all can see this. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Hold on. See that back under? That's there's 3 stalls, and 3 separate corrals, and then there's horse fence around 2/3 of the property. There's nothing between my property and the neighbor's property though. But we're gonna put cows on that. We're gonna put some miniature cows. But I would do a horse. I would do a gelding. I'm not farting around with another mare though. There is a point in their life that happens ever so often when they are insufferable. Gelding, on the other hand, is for the most part they don't have a whole lot of grouchy stuff in them. I had to go over there and kick dirt in that cat's face. She was within 5 foot of him. She was fitting to get him. He's still over there though.
You better don't. I'll whoop you so hard. I'll beat that little racket right there. Clop.
I told you she's on her second batch of babies over yonder.
Go catch it.
I am not catching no baby rabbit. Catch your own baby rabbit.
You can't tell me there's cute babies.
I didn't say they were cute. They look just like their mama. Floppy ears and cross-eyed. Pretty much. Yeah, the carriage ride was dark, man. It took me a minute. The first time I watched, I'm like, oh, never mind. I actually rented and watched the Cowboys with John Wayne the other not before last. That I'm sorry, but everybody talks about his best roles or whatever. The Shootist was okay. John Wayne, the guy, the most believable, lovable character John Wayne ever, the realest thing. I'm Cowboys, man, hands down, best movie the man ever did. Best acting in a movie the man ever did. Everything about the way that movie flowed through. You know, some of the kids, meh, but uh, they were kids. When that movie is so good, when John Wayne gave up the ghost, I was crying. I was crying for his wife because she was a good woman and she didn't deserve not to have her husband come back. Well, you are a Yankee, oh man. So there's that, I guess. I learned to drive on a 32 series John Deere tractor. I was cutting stalks and running a disc at 13, I believe. Big Jake was good. I liked Big Jake. I like McClint. I like most of John Wayne's later stuff. Wasn't real big on his early years. Stagecoach was pretty good. Um, but Cahill was a good one. I didn't like him in uh Dadgummit. Uh True Grit. Now, do I prefer John Wayne's True Grit to the new True Grit? Yes. But I did not like I did not like John Wayne or Dadgummit, the guitar player, whatever his name is, either one in True Grit. It might have been a 30 series tractor. It was didn't have a cab. The 32 series was the one we went up to. It had a cab and stuff on it. And if I buy a tractor, that's what I'm looking for is a rebuilt somewhere around there, 30 or 32. You can get them the same price and get one of those little ones. We actually get them about half the price of one of those little ones. They'll do everything the little one will and a bunch of the stuff the big ones will. So I don't have any row crops or whatever, but there is a hay baler back there, and I have a wheat drill. Both of them need a little work. If anybody's bored or anything, what do you want? You're in trouble for breaking out, right? If y'all would stay in the fence, we would let y'all out of an evening. You have to stay in the fence until we let you out. It's the rules. Yeah, I know you're not used to it. That's the rules. Hold on a minute. I missed something on the chat over here. Oh yeah, International Harvester. I know a guy's got one for sale. It's a 1-ton dually. I think it's a manual shift. I never drove a tricycle, man. My mom wouldn't let me. That was one of the deals. Whenever I started working, the farmers weren't allowed to put me on the 3-wheelers or the 3 points. There's too many people died back over there in Georgia and Alabama and stuff running them things. Well, the first truck I drove was a 71, no, 70 C10 automatic. The first thing I ever drove was a 55 Plymouth station wagon. Oh, I made my first welding truck was a 62 Chevy. The first welding truck I ever owned was a 62 Chevy with 3 on the trim. Never should have sold that truck, man. I tried to buy it back twice. All right, Guns, my email is in my About Me section. You need to drop me an email. We'll get each other's contact. I won't mind. I'll come over there and spook your boy's horse. I ain't scared. Oh, there's a guy who plays around over there. I think he's playing around. There's no reason for a Poppin' Johnny pump jack over there. So the only thing I'm figuring is the guy that lives over there about 3 miles. I think he's got a Poppin' Johnny. Uh, and next time I hear it, I'm gonna have to drive over there and look and see if he's playing around with it. But chances are he's got it in his shop and you'd never see it. But here, Guns, I'm gonna drop it in the chat. Y'all gonna have to forgive the camera view for a minute. Hold on. Click. That's my email. And if you know any of these other guys in here, um, like if you contact directly with C103 or Chipper or Walter, they all have my direct contact. Who else? That's all I see that's in here that has my direct contact. So anyway. There's a 40-something 4-door sedan sitting in a pasture a mile and a half from me. Apparently, them people left a crap ton of old vehicles back in the pasture back there. I'm gonna park and I'm going to trespass. I gotta go see. Uh, there's a cab for a 4-door over there. I can't figure out whether it's a Ford or Chevy. Um, there's too many back there to try to figure it out. Possibly, Aaron. Not in this phone though. If not, drop me. There's my email. We'll fix it. I lost a lot of my contacts when I got this other phone, which I'm gonna have to change. I hope I don't have to change phone numbers. I hope I can keep my phone number, but we're gonna have to change. I just can't do AT&T anymore, man. It's but I can't stay connected. I can't stay. It doesn't matter whether I'm here in town, at the other house. See, it doesn't matter. I don't have cell phone service anywhere. The that old boy don't come get the 70 model Ford over there. That's how much it's going to be mine. One more mortgage payment. I grew up driving one of those. I can't figure out if it's a 71 or a 72. It's a short bed though, instead of long bed like I drove. Got the same engine in it, which I have to change. If I get it, I will pull everything out and I will hunt and hunt and hunt and hunt and hunt until I find a 300 to put in it. Because I can afford to drive it if it's got a 300 in it. Put a 302 in there and maybe drive it too. Hello, you lovely lady, you. Been a long day, huh? Well, it's been a long week.
Long 2 weeks.
Long 2 weeks. Mid 60s to early 70s Cadillacs. I got a soft spot for them. The vehicles that I think are drivable, my wife won't be seen dead in though. I'm a sled. She's muscle car and I'm sleds. I mean, I like sleds. But she thinks.
Did you show them the piggy banks that our grandson's in love with?
Oh no, I have not. Yana, this is our Elijah Wayne talks to these people. There's one. These were in the barn. He talks to grandma and to grandpa. They're piggy banks.
Very animatedly.
Yeah, he gets real crazy with them. But they were sitting out here and the wind was blowing them in their rocking chairs. And they were moving and he's like, ooh. It was just, he fell in love with them. I was going to chunk them. May not do that now. Yes, old caddies were boats. My favorite car ever was a 71 Cadillac. I bought it at a used car place in Florida.
Like GTO.
Yes, you'd like GTOs. I already told them you were muscle cars, which I drive a GTO. I actually prefer Le Mans. But it had been stretched 12
Have
inches.
you met his father?
Do you have any idea how much room stretching a Cadillac 12 inches will do? There was more than one party in the back of that Cadillac.
But yeah, they're a bit short.
I'm doing good. The Davalier Forge and Woodcraft.
So we changed my diaper, they wiped me off, they put lotion on me, and now my mom is going to feed me, and I'm going back today. I love y'all. Good time.
Hey, bring them here. You can't bring them out and make all them. Oh, you're going to do it? Well, now you're breaking the rules.
But she's
as long
just,
as I don't
she's
move
there.
my feet, I'm good.
I have a no coming off the porch without shoes rule. That's our family totem pole. There's little lot. Well, he ain't so little no more.
He's
chunky
he's at least 14 pounds. Say hello, everybody. Say hello, everybody.
Hey, grandpa's been
Look at yourself.
He's like, no. Oh.
Ooh, wait, what's that? I've been teaching him to dance. They won't leave me alone with him anymore. He was doing good too.
He wants to lick her. She wants to lick his foot.
Yes, that's my puppy. That's a replacement. He is growing like a weed. See, I would love to have a Crown Vic. I had a 78 Chrysler New Yorker or Fifth Avenue. Holy crap, I can't remember. I had a 440 in it. That was interesting. 15-inch white wall tires. I love it. Oh, the 502. What was the 474, 476, something like that? That's what was in mine. Big block. Big block in the Cadillac. It's weird though, man, because I get on the highway. I get 20 something miles a gallon. I never tried to fit people in the trunk of that Fifth Avenue. So, nigga, Fifth Avenue.
In that Sadie car I had, I could fit 2 people.
Yeah. She had an Olds 88. I'd take an Oldsmobile 88. I'd drive shit out of that. If I can get up there and get it and stuff, I'm going to try to put Rob's old Impala back on the road. It's close enough to sled. Cool thing about Impala is you can actually do sled, muscle car. You can meet in the middle on it, and they still look good. You can put wide tires all the way around, and not too wide. You don't want to go stupid. Don't be putting low profiles on it. I'm not putting low profile. My boy
Or
wants to put low
20s.
profiles. Yeah.
Those stupid 20s are retarded.
I might go to 16s, but I doubt it. 16s or 17s. But I don't want to. I like the high profile tires. I'm probably just leave it 15 and just go up on the profile. I don't go wider. But we never tried to sneak extra people in. We figured, hey, we had to pay, they had to pay. That's just the way we were. But me and Craig run as a duo most of the time. It was just us. We didn't have a lot of people around. I mean, there were people we knew. We just didn't. We didn't invite them into the car with us. We get in enough trouble on our own. Now there's actually uh, a '71 Gran Torino for sale locally on the Facebook. I don't need one. I don't need a Torino. I want to get a car and build it before I get too old to enjoy it. And I think the Impala is my best bet. And it's not what I ideally I could find me another old Toyota. I was flicking through the little videos that they got on, I don't know what they call them on Facebook, Reels or something like that. Oh, this guy had a '82 Toyota pickup. Oh man, he had that thing tuned up. They were doing the dunes, and it's a two-wheel drive truck.
The dog.
He's got something. He needs to go. He's got something over that one of his teeth in the back. And
No, somebody just needs to rehome him.
anybody need a dog? Anyway, that Toyota hit that dune, and you can see where everybody else had quit. And he drove up to the top, didn't go over the top, went up to the top, drove the length of the top of the dune, and then turned and came back down. You just hear that 22R just screaming the entire time. I was like, yeah, I want one of those. That's what I want. Actually, what I want is a mid '70s Celica.
I want a little Pinto. They get good gas mileage.
I'd take a Pinto. If I found one, let me buy it. You can have it's not gonna be good gas mileage. Well, it'll still be good gas mileage.
They get good gas mileage.
I will have to take the back seats out because I'm gonna put the gas tank in the back seat. I'm not leaving it in the trunk. Have you seen how many people text and drive? Well, we're gonna have to put a firewall or something back there. We're gonna have to take the back seats out and put some sheet metal in there and some one of them foam extinguishers or whatever, so when you get hit, foams the whole damn car. Something. I ain't burning to death no Pinto. But Pintos are fun. Pintos are a blast. I had a friend that put a 302 in a Pinto. That was stupid.
I can push a Pinto up onto the little ramp things by myself.
Yes, you can. I just wish I wish that guy would turn loose of that Mustang 2 in paint rock. That thing's been sitting there for 30-something
You
years.
used to have a Mustang too. Had
Yes.
to start it with a screwdriver.
Yeah. We had some cool cars. We had some cool, ratty cars.
Cool ratty cars. I think my blue car that I had was the most ratty. I don't know what it was. It was that little blue car that I drove before I got my pickup. To go, I would drive it from It didn't have a heater in it.
Oh, the Datsun?
Yes, the Datsun.
I found one of those. A B210?
I mean, that one, there was like,
That's pretty
the
ratty.
doors were just metal. There was nothing. It was just, they were metal doors.
Yeah.
That car was rough.
I've been kicking myself. There was actually a It was 2 years ago, back when we had a little bit of money, and there was a B210 come for sale over there in Brownfield, or well, it's the other side of Brownfield, Andrews. Anyway, the guy he said $1,200, and I was like, man, it probably doesn't run. And then I was talking, and the guy sold it, and I talked to the guy who bought it. Runs like a champ. It was just ugly as sin. It was yellow. It came from the factory yellow, so it was hideous. And the kid's dad bought it for him, and he didn't want to drive it. So, and B210, you can't do anything with those things. They're not going to be fast. They weren't fast when they came out. They're never going to be. I guess if you pulled that little motorcycle engine out of it, which you can do without a hoist, if you pull that out and if you could get a decent engine stuffed in there, I don't know what you'd be able to. There's not enough room for a 6-cylinder in there. That's what you'd have to do is find a 280 or one of the big B station wagons. Take one of those engines. But that's a full size. I mean, that's a 300. It's like 200 and something cubic inch.
I just want to Bronco.
Yeah, there's that. Oh, they got guys doing trying to be manly in their new Broncos with their tops off.
There ain't nothing manly
You can't
about
be
them
manly in one of
Broncos.
those things.
Yeah.
Hey, that new rule: if you're driving one of the new Broncos, you have to burn your man card,
No doubt.
and then
I would not drive the
then you have to take the ashes from the man card and put it into the silicone mold and make yourself a butt plug. Because those things, there's nothing manly about the new Broncos. There's nothing cool about them. They're not badass. They're not boss. They're
Sissified.
They're a girl's car. The end.
Like the lady at the tax office that drives it, she's like 4'11". That's who should drive the new Bronco.
4'11", laying down or standing up, rolling downhill or walking downhill. That's who should be driving them. And they could have done it if they had. I'm sorry, it has to be a framed vehicle, a unibody frame Bronco. Seriously, you can't take the top off of it. You can take the top off, but then all the framework is there. It's not a Bronco. The end. And it's 4 doors. When has there ever been 4 doors on the Bronco? Never. Never.
It's sad.
If it would fit, that's something you could do. Get a 3.2 Buick. That's what they were doing before the 3.8s. It's same engine, just it was made to go front to back. But a 3.2 Buick and put in a B210, you'd have something. That would be close to an 11-second car. Yes, a Brokeback Bronco. Again, man, even the Bronco Sports. They're just. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. There's no way.
They're cute.
They're
not
cute.
manly.
They're cute. They're a cute vehicle.
I wouldn't drive one though. I want you to get out of my way when I'm in a Bronco.
Yeah,
not want to cuddle me.
Yeah. Oh, isn't it so pretty? She wants you looking in your room. She literally wants you to look in your rearview mirror and say, "Oh shit," and hit the ditch. It was scary to be in the passenger seat when she was driving the Bronco. She would give a little toot, but don't get in the hammer lane and do the speed limit. She wasn't much better than that Ram. You weren't too bad in the Ram Charger though. Have y'all met my wife? It's pretty badass. I used to tear my on my Monza. There's a beam that held the back of the transmission and and the front of the differential together. I used to bust that so much all the time on my 3.2. I got to where I could take it off and repair the holes and put it back together without actually dropping it out of the vehicle. I missed that car. That car was stupid fast though. I didn't have any business driving it. Used to drive Leland around in it. Like up home lost with it. Then we went from that Monza to station wagon.
But I like that because he could sit right beside me.
There was a biscuit of it at Monza.
Yeah. Walter's going to bed.
Okay, Walter. Man. I don't know. I wouldn't eat. I don't want the Monza back. That was too much trouble keeping it going. It was fun to drive though. Well, I actually want to build a fast Toyota. One more fast Toyota before I get converted to being chained to a wheelchair. It just, I love the sound of them.
Life went too fast. Why you need fast cars anymore?
Yeah. Hey, Tibor. He said hi, Miss West.
Hey, Tibor.
Finding a Pinto that's in one piece is the hard part now. Let me see. Let's see what's on. We will sit here and we will build us a car. Shit, Robert asked me if I was going live at 8:46. Yes. Anybody check see if Rob went live? He might have done that. I don't know if he did.
Hydrogen engine.
What were we doing? Oh yeah, we were. I ain't putting no hydrogen engine in nothing. We said that.
Aaron Dennis
Oh.
is curious about it.
I didn't know they did one. Anybody wants to swing through Lubbock and pick me up some of them barrels though? I'll let you. I need 4 of them. Search. Blah 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 blah. Let's go. Toyota pickups for sale. Don't want that. 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 Urch. That's not a Toyota, but we'll take that. That's a 66 Chevy. Here we go. Oh, that's not a real deal. It's just an ad, but they got a Toyota Land Rover thing. That would be fun. Let's go with. We'll just search. Uh, 1976 Toyota.
Oh, that would have been good to see you, man. Or not.
I bet y'all talking about Sparky pants. That's the first thing I noticed was that you couldn't see through his pants. Shit. I need $2,500.
I watched it nervously.
Oh, the windshield's gone. All the other glasses in the car, but the windshield's gone. I'm gonna see if I can make this picture big. Hold on. No, 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 no. Probably not. Hold on. Y'all see that? It's a 76 Toyota Corolla. That is what I was driving when I snagged this gal over here. She could not resist that smoking son of a bitch. Never told you how to drive that. Didn't have no tags on it. I bought it for $60. I was gonna put it together. That's it. That's all of them. There's $6,000 or $6,000 for this one. See what we got. Oh, they already done. That's not. That's not too shabby.
Hey, Aaron.
I don't like the color, but say I want to build me one of those. 2-door, 4-door, doesn't matter. Robert is texting me back. Let me see what I'm saying. Now he says he is drinking bourbon on the tower, watching this. You ain't watching no sunset. You want me to tell Rob hi for you? Bring your trailer, T-Bor. I will hook you up. Give you a bill of sale and help you air the tires up. You have to take the snake with you. No, chasing that. I'll chase that snake out of there and keep in the truck. disco. I don't know why they call them discos.
The only thing I ever heard was
Fajita cooker. It's a fajita cooker. It's a fajita cooker. I just have a couple of them. I got a big one over there that I found when I was digging around. I mean, it's just a disc, but I may actually, if I can find another one where I can, because you have to weld a piece of disc in the bottom of it to keep it from cracking. That's what people don't get. Oh no, I don't want to sell mine. I don't. Now I don't honestly don't know. I've got everything doing exactly like it's supposed to. It just won't fire. It's still not. It's still not letting the injectors dump the fuel. A friend of my daughter's bought me a reader, but then when I click the deal, my phone won't let me download the stuff to run it because it says it could damage my phone because it's from China or whatever. Um,
you just have one.
I have 3. Anyway, but there's a 71, 72, 70, 71, 72 short wide Ford back there. It's got little rust, and they've run into a fence post with it. The engine looks like it's all there though. There's a rattlesnake in it, or the guy told me there was a rattlesnake in it. There's a pack rat nest in there. Uh, think if you can come up with the uh, well, not everybody can goes out and buys a 450. I'll be right back. Y'all talk to the wife. She's an excellent conversationalist.
Y'all hear the coyotes? They're yipping.
All these bugs are trying to get through the glass. But since that light was on. She just chatted your ears off, didn't she, guys?
I don't know if they could hear the coyotes.
I can pull a 31 footer with my 3/4 ton, or I'm like, yes, I can. It's pulling a 36 footer. Pulled it fine. T-Boy said to throw something at him.
Yeah. They were yipping like crazy a second ago.
Carol said, yes, she can. You want a puppy, Carol? All you gotta do is go catch them. There's actually some puppies running with them. It's actually funny to hear them. One of them got too close to one of the other ones after they caught something the other day. They whipped his little butt. Got a mobile stand over there. It's just one that's got the little chair on top. I got to fix the rail that goes around it, and I'm gonna move it over there in the corner, and I'm gonna stop some of those coyotes. There's too many of them. Yeah, we got the the rodeo people do that here a lot. The guys that they're it's got farm tags on it, and it's 4-door business class that they're dragging their and it's got their camper and their horses and their hay and all their tack and everything. But uh, you're like, must be nice. And see, they're dodging the Class A's on those trucks with the farm tags, and they weigh their trailers empty, and they're still, but they're busting 26,000 pounds all to pieces. And by the time when they get there, because they carry like 4 or 5 saddles, and then they've got 4 to 6 horses in the back, and then they've got, I don't know, 10 cases of beer and 20 bales of hay and everything. And by the time they get that trailer loaded down and stuff, they're probably pushing, I don't know, probably 35,000. Because they've got the mats in there, and I tried to pull one once, and it's not. Those things are flipping heavy as all hell. Bed on that truck back there is bad enough that I would actually consider looking into trying to find a dually axle to stick under it, dump the bed, and put tubs on it. You wouldn't be able to pull anything big with it. It would just look cool. I'm a redneck. See what Rob said. Rob said high back. Ouch.
stopping part.
Yep, that's the one. Yeah, you have to be really good at it. And uh, most of these guys that are running those rigs like that, they're doing the roping stuff. And a lot of the guys, though, when they see those guys and those rigs pull up to the little ropings and stuff, they just load their shit. Uh, because, I mean, these guys are professional ropers and they show up to these little, ranch ropings and stuff like that where all the local guys have got together and you pay your entry fee and then, it's first, second, third. And basically, you're all getting together to spend the day, have a few beers, and play. And they show up, guys show up, enter, and you can't compete with them. I mean, they're running $20,000, $30,000 horses. Um, they don't do anything but practice roping. They're not cowboys roping on the weekends. These guys are. I mean, it's what they do is rope. Well, electric brakes work fine if you've got everything hooked up right. You just got to make sure everything's working on your truck.
I'd rather spend money on food than cars.
Yeah, there's that. Nearly to a point where we're going to have to stop bringing stuff over here until I start knocking them boards together. I don't know what happened though. I left my nailer with my brothers and now it's spewing air out the front.
Now what?
Spewing air out the front. I'm going to take it apart, clean it, put it back together, and hope like that it works.
Somebody want to buy me a storage building?
Yeah. Who wants to? We can't use GoFundMe. What's that other thing now? GoFundMe is against. They'd find out we were Republicans and they'd shut stuff.
You just cash app it to me.
Yeah, and just cash out her the money. Well, we need to just get Connex.
Huh?
I was looking at the Connex. We need to look at the Connex.
Can't afford the Connex. The Connex have tripled in their price.
Well, I just need to get my truck going. Jack one of them 20 footers up, set it on the trailer. Haul ass. That's not okay, is it? I didn't know the sign still said $62 a month.
Yeah, but it went from, they were like 39 or something. Now they're almost $10,000.
Nah, I don't want one. Well, they're not taking them off the boats. They'd ever unload the boats, they'd go down again.
Yeah.
They're not going to unload the boats.
Why should they?
They have us by the cojotes.
Yeah.
They see no reason to open the economy back up until what is September. They'll flood the market and bring the prices down on everything in September, but they will just flood the market enough to get through January, and then we'll be right back to blaming it on Orange Man Bad. Then there's no reason for that. That I have gone and looked; they've still got the pump jacks turned off. They're not letting them produce oil here. Hey, Rob. Well, if you're on the tower, you could still throw rocks at her. Ain't that far, Amarillo? Did you get rain? Was it yesterday?
Yesterday, yeah, I think
Yesterday or the day before, did you get some rain, Rob? Whatever day after, the day after you poured your slab, did you get rain? And how much did you pay for that concrete a yard?
$600 for a tire.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I, I'd rather just invest in a moped.
If I could find one that I could afford,
I'd love to have a moped. Shoot, I could drive all week.
I thought about that. It's the only problem with getting you a 250 scooter is the fact that you would drive that somebody back and forth to work every day.
Heck yeah. It's only 15 minutes to work.
You wouldn't want to do dirt road on it. You'd have to go pay.
Whatever.
You ever
The
rode?
dust goes behind me.
I'm not worried about the dust, honey. You get to bouncing around, and it's a
I
little.
don't have big boobs. It's all right.
Not worried about your boobs slapping you in the chin. I'm worried about the ass end of your little scooter going from underneath on you to out from underneath on you. Dirt roads will dump your ass on one of those. If you're gonna do that, we're just gonna have to get you an enduro. Just wear your leathers to work and change when you get there. Get
My
you.
boss already thinks I'm mean. I really don't need a real guy.
Shit. What you need? You need a 250 enduro. Hey, y'all, Desert. Rob, did you hear me ask how much that stuff was a yard? Um. Oh, I was trying to figure out how the hell my compressor was on because I left it unplugged under the carport.
Because I had to air up the tire to drive the car that you've been driving.
You make that sound awfully accusation.
Ah,
Okay, well, listen carefully, Robert. My question is, how much a yard did you pay for that concrete? 'Cause I want to know how bad I'm getting. I haven't done it yet. I think I'm probably going to wind up pouring a slab because it's just so much better for what I want to do.
about per square foot. What?
On the ticket, it should have said X number of yards, X number of dollars per yard, X number of dollars. That's that yellow thing, maybe pink, sometimes white thing that they give you when you spend a shit ton of money getting something like that done. I don't know how many square foot. Okay, so $4 a square foot. I'm not doing the math, man. Uh, I will just hope like hell that the price that guy gave me is fair. I am not. You would have to send me this big old long list of how many square foot your slab was, how thick it was, and I'm telling you, they charge you by the yard. That's the only way they sell it.
$4 per square foot. 1 yard equals 27 feet.
Yeah, but you got to figure it because he's saying it's a 6-inch slab, so each square foot is half a cubic foot. So, uh, and he's not giving me a total number of square feet. Oh, well then never mind. And you probably paid $4 a square foot to get it finished. So you're broke. It's 400. Holy shit. No wonder you were setting up on the tower enjoying a libation. Tired of listening to your wallet cry. You need to get your ass to work, boy. I was trying to figure out how to cough up $700 to have them show up just to give me the concrete. I was going to do all the work myself. The slab I want to pour over there is $750 worth of concrete. Was $750 worth of concrete. Um, that slab's bigger than your shop, isn't it? Like literally bigger than your existing shop. Uh, Here I want to I want to pour a 10-foot slab at the end of the house, the length of the house, and then I want to enclose it. And I actually would love to do 12 foot. I'd like to go 12 foot, 12 foot out. It's I forget what it is wide now, but I was figuring, and if I don't go the whole whatever, then I can afford it. I just the bigger it is, the more lumber I got to buy. But anyway, that would give me uh, a den about 2/3 the size of the one I had. That's one. I just want to pour a 4-inch slab. I want to it'd be a 4-inch slab in the middle with I'd put I'd put a footing all the way around it, 12 inches deep, and then probably 6 or 8 inches wide at the bottom, and then you slope up as per the Army Corps of Engineers. Not is the Army Corps of Engineers. It's one of them smart people that know how to do the concrete. If you put, I don't have any way to draw you a picture.
Because he doesn't have any more crayons.
I ate all my crayons. But if like the bottom of the slab goes across and comes down and then comes down again, and it doesn't have to come down much, it's 2 or 3 inches, and then over and then up, the weight actually cantilevers the slab, and uh, that angled section of concrete actually pushes back, so it doesn't allow your slab to buckle and crack in the middle, and it doesn't allow your slab to settle at the edges. I prepped a lot of pads for that pour. It's super easy to do. Do you even have the metal to frame it out for the roof? Are you gonna do a pole barn, or are you gonna try to do it the same style barn as you have? Oh, some of the stuff that we poured at that last job I worked at doing that stuff, uh, the hole for the footing was 8 foot deep and 6 foot wide. And then, yeah, I forget how big it actually went. And then another one, it was 6 foot deep. It had a 2 foot uh, ditch at the bottom. It came up 2 foot and then sloped. And then there was a 1 foot slab of concrete on top of that. There was they were setting an antenna on that. It wasn't allowed to move. Oh, so you're gonna leave a gap between the shop and the carport area thing or whatever? How many of those did you put in, Rob? And it's different. What I'm doing and what Rob did is completely different. I don't have to do all that because I'm just I'm just building a building on it. Uh, put I'll put ground contact wood on the bottom, and then regular studs coming up. Okay, that's that's not overbuilding. Um, you don't want that. You don't want that thing turning. Man, I see stuff turn loose and blow off in the field around here all over the
That
place.
one down the road.
Yeah. He built it different when he come back. It's got a little bit more. The that door is smaller, and he had it full open on the carport side or whatever where he was drawing the deal under. He put a wind wall now, so that wind wall at the top's a big thing. That scares me about our carport. Is we don't have a wind wall at the top. That's just a big kite.
They did last time, I think.
Yep. I don't have any business tackling that. Then it's just, I mean, we're out of room.
Well, we have no storage.
Yeah. But anyway, I mean, that would allow us to keep our stuff atmospherically controlled, and you know, uh, if I want to go down there and make all kinds of noise and uh, bark and yell at people on YouTube all night long, I can do it without keeping the ladies awake. I'd have to do in the far corner. But I hated industrial carpentry. I only did that for a couple of years. And I was like, yeah, this is stupid. Yeah, it's just work all the time. And you got to deal with all these other crew. No, everybody. That is where they invented the phrase "not my job." And you're just like, it's got to be somebody's job. One of you people had to sign on to build that part of this thing. And it sucks too, because on them big jobs like that, usually your contractor wants you to meet. It's like they want to own you. They want you to meet in a parking lot, okay, and then you get in the van, and then you go to work in the van, and then when they bring you back to the parking lot, you're like, why can't I just drive to the job site? And then after a couple of weeks, realize why you're not allowed to drive to the job site. They don't want you just, grabbing your tools and walking the hell out. You know, you got low men on the totem pole get stuck doing somebody else's job because they don't want to. That's where I learned to hate union. I do not. I never want to be forced to work with union people again. And I've had to since then a lot. In the oil field, I had to work alongside a lot of union welders, and it just the unions were good when they started. They're not anymore. Some of the good union guys were all right, but they weren't so all right that it was easy to say what I just said. Our country wouldn't have got as strong as it is without the unions, but it wouldn't be as weak as it is now without the unions. My dad believed that unions were communism. You know, you know, that blister bug huge. Oh, I turned the light off in the living room, and the moths left. Nobody's talking. You too, Aaron. And Aaron, if you're a union guy, I apologize. I don't mean anything personal by that. Just my experience has been pretty rough with them. And like I say, there are some good ones out there. I can name one right now. I don't have any use for.
Yeah. Let's not.
That's not. Jeff was union too. He used to drive me nuts. You came in pretty late, Rob. So we're all done talking. You missed the vehicle thing. If I can get my truck going, I'm bringing a trailer. I'm getting my Impala. We were talking about that earlier. You know, super duper supercharge that and get my license suspended. I got to catch Rob away from the place and sneak off with all his lumber. That's what I gotta do. He's got a stash of lumber. Well, when the union tells you you're going to strike because the unions decided you needed to strike, there's something wrong. I mean, if you're okay with making $26 an hour, why you got to go on strike?
Well, and then when they tell you you can't work, even though you didn't have a problem with, I mean, you were living okay.
You know, you're doing great. I mean, you're paying all your bills and this, that, and everything. You got.
They say, oh no, you can't work for the next 3 weeks while we negotiate.
We renegotiate the and it's the union.
Plus, you got to pay them to be a member.
Yeah, I mean, you're actually. I guess
no,
technically.
You ought to pay me, dude.
Yeah, I guess technically, you're not making $26 an hour. You're only making like 19 an hour because the rest of it goes to the union dues. But I could have got on with the windmills here when we were both young and spry, and I'd be making, I'd be retired by now, but I would have retired with making 30 something bucks an hour
or better.
or better. Yeah, all I had to do was join the union. That's it. That's all I had to do. They told me I had the job. All I had to do was sign the paper, and start paying my dues. And I was like, "Don't you have any non-union positions?" And they were like, "No, this is all union, every bit of it." So all them some bitches over there telling me that I can't have a job. This is America. I can't allow to outcompete you for your job. That's I said, man. You know, a lot of it is what, and I know that up north you couldn't, you couldn't, you couldn't have a house if you didn't want in the union because them people up there, everything's so expensive up there. But again, it falls back to mm, unions were good when they got started. I just around here they drove the cost of doing business so high that now uh, companies would rather pay all the legal fees for a guy from Mexico to get his papers to come up here and do the same job, and he's still making $20 an hour. And they're not going to risk it by joining no union. I mean, they're making $20 a freaking hour and getting 70, 80 hours a week. And that's normal to them. They don't need they need they need a couple of days off a month. That's it. When I've watched those dudes, they will literally work 70-hour work week, and then boom, when they get off Friday, there's still daylight. So they're working. They're doing their side hustle. They literally when the sun is up, those guys are working. Now, when they're not at their job anymore, they're drinking beer and working. But some of the nicest houses in Snyder are owned by guys with green cards because come Friday they start working on their house. Bricking it or whatever. And you talk about something to what you got these guys out there, they're electricians, right? Yet all of a sudden, boom, on the weekends, they're out there mixing and pouring their sidewalks and laying brick and doing rock work on the front of their house that none of us could afford. And uh, they're taking that little $20,000 house they bought, and by the time they've been there 5 years, they're sitting in a $160,000, $180,000 home, and it was just weekends, and it's paid for. They don't owe anybody a dollar. That used to be almost every American out there. Now you can't get anybody to do anything extra.
I would love to find a hard worker to come to the office and work.
Yeah.
Can't find nobody that wants to work. Put it in the air conditioner.
Get that smaller camper. I'm gonna figure out some way to get that AC off there. We're putting the metal top back on that. I didn't know when they said it had a new roof. It had a vinyl roof. That hailstorm tore that thing all to pieces. Oh, it's hot as crap over there. Um, I haven't got to go over there in forever. I need to go over there and see.
Well, you didn't need to be over there for a few days.
Well, yeah, apparently not being over there was a good thing. It's kind of axe murderer running around. Trying to remember the newspaper because when I told Rob the story, it was like double secondhand information, but I actually read the article. And he did. He got off the road and got his vehicle stuck on the railroad tracks right there across from my property in Colorado City. This guy's he was on. It was
America's Most Wanted.
America's Most Wanted or whatever. He killed somebody a few years ago in California. But he was sleeping in the trees and stuff across from
across from where he broke down.
Or whatever. And that's my property.
He broke down at the gym, which is right in front of the property.
Yeah, so I need to go over there and check and see if.
Pretty sure he camped out in the barn.
Pretty sure he camped out in the barn. There better not, man. He better not have took the cherry on my fireplace. Can't see any reason for making a fire though. But that old mattress was in there. So I got to go over there and check it out. I don't know. Did you get a new camper, Rob? I saw that camper in the video. Oh, is that her? Yeah, okay. He told me he was going to do that. One of the guys on a loan this season, Juan Pablo, I think is what I've been calling him. It's his real name. But
no, but
anyway, he's not Canadian, but he's saying he's Canadian. My wife says I have to stop now. He's probably going to win it. Surprises me. Both my guys already got knocked out. I don't have a favorite now. I'd switched over to another guy as my favorite just because I was like, oh, he's got a really good attitude. And then last episode, he's just like, you know what? This is stupid. 52 days or something like that. He's like, this is stupid. If I don't win, I got to go back to work. And if I stay out here much longer, I'm not going to be able to go back to work. I ain't going to be able to pay my bills. He said, I work for a living. He said, I'm having fun and all that. And there was literally food in his camp. It walked into his camp. He went ahead and radioed in. He said, nope, you're not tricking me into killing you and eating you and staying out here. Oh, man, that would, and I'm actually worried about that, Miss. That one. I mean, she's a sweet lady, I guess. But, do you see that Greg Owens is back on there? Starting September 11th. All they got to do is stay out there for 50 days. But they're dumping them in the wintertime, man. So they've got to stay out there after they're going to take them out there after you better get out of here. You're way too close.
And she didn't even budge. Look at her.
You suck at this game.
So
What do
you're
you-
not a very good guard dog.
What do you mean I got this?
She didn't even budge.
Anyway, they got to stay out there for 50 days, and then they take home their share of $500,000.
Some weed in her food.
Man, the lamb's quarter here all wilted and died. I was all excited, but it was growing outside of my I'm going to water this zone. I'm going to have to break out some of my catfish out of the freezer to do my cactus cook, guys. For y'all that have watched my little short video, it was a complete bust. Complete and total. So, I suck at fishing. There were huge fish boiling all over the place. I just couldn't get nothing to take my bait. You should do that, C103. The guy that I see tapping next is Timogen or whatever, the ex-military doctor dude or whatever. Yeah, I mean, it may be, she may actually be whatever, but um, hell, I'm mostly Indian, but if I had to go back and dig up my, if I have to go back and find my ancestors' culture to, to figure out who I am, I'm not figuring out who I am. I'm trying to invent somebody to be. I was raised on cornbread, biscuits, black-eyed peas, good country music, and good rock and roll. I was never, none of the houses that I spent time in was either or. I mean, you didn't know what was going to be playing on the radio. If they didn't like the song, they would switch it. That's just the way it come up. I love country. I love rock. Country swing, I can't really get into. Some of the old bluegrass stuff, I like that. And I actually enjoy flute, Indian flute
that is
music.
the worst music ever.
Yeah.
I would listen to rap before I would listen to the flute.
You have no culture.
I know, but I cannot stand that. It literally
I used to have
hurts me. My ears feel like they want to bleed.
I used to have that music on tapes and stuff, and then they disappeared.
I wonder why.
Because you smashed them with hammers or something, probably.
I think they fell off the bar into the trash can.
That's possible too. I don't like the singing, but I like the flute. Bet if that Meatloaf dude was Playing
Oh,
the
like
flute.
the flute. I cannot handle that tone. The tones it produces is just grating. You might as well just go up there and scratch the freaking chalkboard.
So you can sing all of Meatloaf word for word, all of it. Nothing wrong with that. But she can also do most of Guns N' Roses and Charlie Pride. And
I like a wide range of music, but
what's
not the
that one
flute.
stuff you and the kids got into listening to the same stuff all? And what's the? It turned out it was a real dark song, but the beat was real upbeat. They came on the radio the other day. I was going to town and they played it on the college station, which most of the time you never know what you're getting on 91. Anyway, I was like, I know this song. Uh, the Kick song.
The pumped up kicks.
Yeah, Pumped Up.
I like that. Stressed out.
I like the Cherokee side of mine, but Cherokees had gave up being Cherokee a long time before they got run out of the South. My mom's side came back after. My dad's side never left. Deal dying. Oh, it's 2 hours and 20 minutes. I need to get off here. My battery's almost dead, folks.
That's what I'm saying.
She went inside. Let me see if I can find some of that good music. Play it for you. Oh, that's looks. Yeah. Is that a water line? They actually plumbing water in? You putting in a sink? Don't see any big plumbing, so you ain't putting in a pooper. Let's see what they play. This is probably like really crappy stuff. Oh,
Ancient Egyptians understood that
well,
they
this is
could
a commercial.
use sound to reduce their weight and the gravitational effect through
You're a
archaeologists.
retard. Hold on. I'm gonna pause this real quick. How many of you people buy into any of that Gaia crap? And I'm not sure we can be friends if you do. Oh, what happened? I hit the wrong button, damn it. I may put my earphones in and just listen to this all night. It's 9 hours of this. I can literally listen to this for hours. This stuff, this calms me faster than ganja ever did. She's already gone. I'll tell you I said night in a minute. But seriously, my battery's about close to me. The freaking thing made it hot. Oh, not too bad. That's that's sleep music that grinds on her, but it like calms me down. And I've got some bamboo that I brought back from Tennessee. I need to I want them. One piece I think is the right size for a flute. May still be a little big. I've never tried to make one though. Definitely don't know how to play, but I think learning to play might be good for me. All right, guys. Starting to get cooties in my clothes. So, anyhow, uh, that is going to be it for the S's tonight. Thank y'all for coming and hanging out with us. I hope everybody had a good time. Hope I didn't hurt anybody's feelings too bad. Um, do something to make your situation better, to make your life better, to make your heart better. Just there's not enough hours in a person's life to waste them on feeling bad. Just it's not worth it. I've been having to deal with depression a lot lately, and I have to tell myself that every single day. But it's true. It's a waste of time being down on things. Just keep going, keep moving forward, keep doing something. It doesn't even have to be right. It's just got to be something. As long as it's not horribly wrong, you should be okay. Love all you people. Y'all stay alive. Do not die. I have got to go move a freezer full of stuff tomorrow. And that's it. That's the only thing on the agenda tomorrow. Love y'all. That'll be good. I will see y'all maybe around Tuesday ish. Love y'all. Stay alive. Do not die. I give up on waiting for you to have a day off, Rob. Just one of these days I'm just gonna drive up there and wait for you to get back to the damn house. The end. Not even gonna tell you. I'm just gonna show up. Because I figured out that's how you do it now. If I just show up, you have to make time for me, or I'll think you don't let me know, or something. I'll let you know I'm headed that way. I'm gonna drive all the way up there for nothing. I do have to go to Harbor Freight sometime really, really soon.